And this is several weeks ago, actually.
It's just water that would have drained.
I talked to Lynn, and then I talked to
All good?
a lot of people.
Yes.
Trying to get my.
All right, William, it's done.
Well, we're not doing anything.
Y'all ready?
Yes, sir.
Staff's ready? Good. I'm going to go ahead and call to order this emergency call meeting for July 22nd, 2026. Let's go ahead and rise for the invocation and pledge of allegiance. Lord, thank you for letting us live in a beautiful place. Thank you for protecting us through many, many things. And be with the Stewart family as they mourn the loss of a husband and a father. Thank you for this community that comes together when there's a crisis. And thank you for the hardworking folks on the staff of the city of Kerrville who answered the call to go help right away. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen.
Pledge
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Before we begin, I need to say a few things. Thank you for being here. This council and I value the opinions and perspective of people of Kerrville, and we appreciate your taking the time to be here. Before we begin, I want to acknowledge what our community is going through. The pain from last week's flood is real. Many of us know someone who lost a home, a business, precious belongings. Some are grieving the loss of a loved one. Others are facing uncertainty over what comes next. Having endured 2 historic floods in just over a year, our community is carrying a tremendous burden. We are members of the community as well. We share that burden. We hear your concerns. We see the damage. And we are doing everything we can, and staff is doing everything they can to bring every available state and federal resource to Kerrville so our community can recover. I know many of you have your own stories of loss, frustration, and hardship. Those stories matter. They deserve to be heard. And as a community, we will need to hear them as we move forward and heal together. This meeting is unusual in that it's a special called meeting for one purpose. And that's whether to extend the emergency declaration I signed in the early morning hours of July 16th. Under Texas law, under the Open Meetings Act, council can only discuss items that were posted on today's agenda. Today's agenda does not include a visitors forum. However, because this is an important community meeting, I want to hear from anyone who wants to speak. Typically, you would be required to speak only on the agenda item. And if you would like to speak on it, say, I support extending it for this reason, or I don't support extending it for this reason. But if you have another reason why you came today, I'm going to allow you to speak about it, okay? Because not only do you need to tell your story, but we in our community need to hear it. If your home, business, or property suffered damage from this flood, and you have not yet reported it to the Texas Division of Emergency Management, I strongly encourage you to do so today. There's a QR code, I think, displayed on both sides. It will take you directly to the reporting site. Why does your report matter? The more complete the damage assessment is, the stronger our case becomes for additional state and federal assistance. Look, I don't know how the state laws work. I don't know how the national laws work, and I don't know why that's important, because we all know that people have suffered loss. but those losses need to be quantified and reported. So please, if you haven't done it, there's a QR code. If your friends haven't done it, if your neighbors haven't done it, please have them report what has happened. Your report matters. It makes our case stronger with Washington and Austin. We are grateful for the help our community has already received, but we also know more assistance will be needed, and we will continue advocating for every available resource on behalf of the people of Kerrville. When I took this job for the third time, little did I realize that most of my time would be on the phone or on emails or letters asking for money over and over and over again. And if you've ever called a bureaucracy, I've spent a lot of time on hold. With respect to today's agenda, if you wish to address the council, I will ask your comments to be limited in time. I'm sorry, but say what you need to say in about 3 minutes. We'll have a timer, you'll hear a buzzer. What is before us is an extension of a disaster declaration, the authority granted to the city manager under that declaration, and the continuation of the city's emergency management plan. If you would like to speak on those items, please sign up with our city secretary, Ms. McElhannon. Okay. We clear? Everybody good? All right, let's go ahead and start on resolution number 31, 2026. Mr. Tosh, you want to make a presentation?
Mayor and council, I don't need to unless the council has questions. Mayor, explained it pretty well in your
Go ahead and
opening
summarize
statement.
it for the public, please.
But for purposes of this meeting, we are only here to discuss a resolution that would extend the disaster declaration that you, Mayor, signed on July the 16th. We're having this emergency meeting because that only lasts for 7 days, and I believe it is the council's wish to extend that until the mayor decides to terminate it. So pursuant to the resolution has 5 main points to it. So we're going to, if you agree to the resolution and sign the resolution, it will extend the disaster declaration. It will state that the statutorily required notice and filing requirements will be met once it is agreed to by the council. The disaster declaration will remain in effect until the mayor decides to dissolve it pursuant to the Texas Local Government Code. Also, we are going to continue the city's emergency management plan for the duration of the disaster declaration. And in addition, it's giving the city manager some responsibilities. So those responsibilities pursuant to this resolution would include making applications to other governmental entities for assistance, accepting services, grants, materials, equipment, etc. from private, nonprofit, or governmental sources, accepting assistance from other local governments as long as the mayor opines that an emergency exists, believes the existing emergency requires that assistance, and requests the assistance. And also, it allows the city manager to enter into any interlocal agreements that are allowed pursuant to the terms of the resolution, and this would also suspend any disconnection fees, or any penalties that are associated with rebuilding or debris removal. Also, this will become effective upon your council's approval of it.
Thank you. Any questions for Mr. Tosh? I think the law has this requirement that only lasts for 7 days because they don't want mayors to go rogue and start signing all sorts of silly things without the approval of the rest of the council. Once we take this action today, this will be indefinite until I determine it's no longer needed. The July 2025 declaration is still in effect. It has not been rescinded, okay? So that one is in effect until I or some future mayor determine that it's no longer needed. Everybody clear? Okay, who's first for us? Who's going to speak to us?
Elizabeth Ayala and Tony Vela.
You can do it. Here's what I'd like you to do if it's okay. When you come to the microphone, say your name and which city you live in, okay? Because we record these we're required to keep the record.
Okay, I'm Liz Ayala. I live in Austin, Texas, and I'm here on behalf of my parents, Alfredo and Brenda, and my aunt. My parents' house is on 107 Monterey Street in Kerrville. Their home was given to them from my grandma who passed away 2 years ago. We lived in this home for 60 years. My mother, my father, and my aunt lived there. They were flooded. My father woke up at 12:30 in the morning because of the loud noise and the banging. They were woken up by neighbors in the neighborhood. My aunt is deaf, and it took them an hour to wake her up. By the time they got her out, the water was already to the house. They got 4 feet of water in their home. So right now we're asking for help, rebuild, we're wanting answers.
Take your
I'm
time.
speaking for my neighbors today because they're all elderlies. They don't know what to do, who to go to. They're not computer savage. They don't know where to go, where to start. So right now we're all helping one another, little cousins, family members. So we're helping each other, people that are walking down there just asking what do we need. But we're needing a lot. We're needing answers. We're needing housing. We're needing to know, is our house even rebuildable? Are we able to come back or move on? So we're asking the city to please help give us answers.
Thank you. You did great.
I don't think she's done.
Well, keep going, please. I'm sorry, I wasn't trying to cut her off.
I want to invite the mayor and the city especially to the area where we were affected. I want everybody to go down there and look. We haven't received any kind of help, just us as neighbors just doing it ourselves, and friends that have trucks or anything just coming to help us. I want you guys to go down there, look at the damages yourself. We like to make sure that we can get the support that we need. We're asking for the mayor and city council, who we have elected, to call on the governor and president to activate FEMA individually and assist as soon as possible. We shouldn't be left. We need long-term recovery support from both the state and federal government to make sure that the contractors and others aren't ripping people off. We are also asking for you to ask the council to come and pick up debris from the streets as soon as possible. With the extreme heat and everyone belonging on the curb is becoming a health risk for everyone out here. We pay taxes and work hard. We have to put into our system, and now we need the support to make sure it works for us in heartbreaking times like these. Request that you respond to us, and we do these four things, please, by the end of the day tomorrow. We're asking for help and answers.
Okay. I'm going to do 2 things. I'm going to say, I will come, is it to Monterey Street?
Yes.
I'll come, and I want you to show me the damage.
Yes.
Secondly, there's a lady here named Kelly Hagemeyer. Raise your hand. She's with CurTogether.com. They have resources for you.
Okay.
And if you haven't met with them, she can, before you leave, get her information. And there's a place on 98 Coronado, a big office that's is filled with different charity and non-governmental agencies that can help.
Okay.
So before you leave, make sure you talk to Kelly.
Okay.
Okay? That'll connect you with some help.
Okay.
But I will come to Monterey Street.
Okay. 107 Monterey Street in Lawson.
Now, your family's been there a long time. Have they ever had water in the house?
No.
This was a weird storm. I'm
Yes.
sorry.
Yes.
I'm getting that from a lot of different people.
Yes, it's very weird. We've been there forever, and we've always looked at the creek. It got flooded, just risen, but never affected us
Sure.
like this.
I understand my mom lives in the house where I grew up, and she got water in the house this time for the first time. I understand. Anything else you want to say?
No, thank you.
Of course. Who's next?
Adrian Gonzalez.
Mr. Gonzalez. I'm glad y'all came. Thank you.
Good afternoon, Mayor and Council. My name's Adrian Gonzalez. I live in San Antonio, Texas. A year ago, I stood here before you introducing Lift Fund to you. We are a not-for-profit small business lender out of San Antonio, been around since '94. Last year, I said that we were coming into town, basically an unknown. We were fortunate enough to get support from organizations like the Community Foundation, HEB, Methodist Ministries. And in this past 12 months, up until the beginning of last week, we have deployed almost $16 million to small businesses across Kerr County. I'm proud to say that we dispersed all the available funding that we had. I was here in town Wednesday night, woke up to the flooding Thursday morning. Saw that all the work we had done, some of it had got washed away, literally. So I'm here to inform you that we very quickly stood up a grant program and had it open by Monday morning. Unfortunately, the support, the resources that we had last year are not coming through. We opened up the grant application with $200,000 of our own money. I was able to communicate with James Avery Corporation, and they had given us some money last year for a specific use, and we had not used it. And I was able to convince them to repurpose those funds so I could also use that $500,000 for grants. But I'm sad to say I have not gotten any other support with additional funding for me to support small businesses, for Lift Fund to support small businesses in the area. So I'm here just to give you the information of our success last year and to tell you we're here again, but we need the help and we need the support. We have been dialing for dollars. Mayor, I know what it's like to be on the phone. We've been dialing for dollars since Thursday afternoon. We made a lot of contacts. We are not having the response we had last year. But nonetheless, with what we have, we will be here until we exhaust those funds also.
Thank you for your help. Who's next?
Kelly Hagemeyer.
Ms. Hagemeyer.
Hello, Mayor, Council, Kelly Hagemeyer, Program Manager for Kerr Together at 98 Coronado in Kerrville. My board and I are in full support of y'all extending the declaration from the July 16th flood. Kerr Together is the official long-term recovery for Kerr Together. As I said, we're at 98 Coronado. That phone number is 830-315-1002. You can find your resources at kerrtogether.com. We encourage everyone to come by and we can get you into the system and help you with immediate needs and resources. We get you into the ISTAT. I believe we have over 700 situations that are in ISTAT right now. And so we are working through all of those at this time. We have over 300 volunteers in the area, and we have multiple VOADs, but as Adrian had kind of alluded to at this point in time, some of those VOADs are looking for additional funding as resources are a little bit spread out at the moment throughout Texas between Uvalde and Sonora and other places. And so we are working to try to emphasize the need that we have in Kerrville. We've had nearly 300 individuals come through at Kerr Together, and we're looking for additional donations at this time. A shelter has been set up at Calvary Temple Church. That's 3000 Texas 534 Loop. That's on the loop. If you are in need of transportation, Kerr Connect can get you there. That is 830-315-5377. And if you are in a wheelchair, we do have medical rides through the First United Methodist, and you can call 830-459-5848. You can find all of this information on Kerr Together website and our Facebook page, and I believe multiple other outlets have also sent out this information too. So we really encourage people to make sure that you're in a safe, sanitary, and secure home and use the shelter if needed.
Thank you.
Great.
Who's next?
Then Sarah Murray.
Sansire Murray, thank you.
Sansire?
Sansire, yes.
I like it.
Thank you. It's nice to see you.
Good to
Mr.
see you.
Mayor, folks. As I said, my name is Sansire, and on Thursday morning, I believe it was, I've lost track of days in this last week. First of all, I live outside of Houston, Texas, currently. And when I woke up on whichever morning the morning was, at about 7 a.m., I received a text from my very dear friend Lauren, right here with me, my very dear friend Lauren, who is a beloved teacher in this community. Lauren is working at Nimitz Elementary School. She teaches second grade. Dalton Rice is the dad of 2 of her students.
Bless you.
Of your students. Yeah. Oh, and Aaliyah is also here. Let me not be remiss. Okay.
Bless you very much. Bless.
It's important to me that everybody here knows our names and the names of all of these people here.
Of course.
Her text to me simply read, "I'm safe, but had to be evacuated." And when I tell you that the breath left my body because I could not contact her for several hours, and I live 5 hours away from here. I could not get here until Sunday, this just past Sunday. I left Houston at 2:45 a.m. and I drove straight to Kerrville. My story is not like many in this room, and I'm here on behalf of my friend Lauren, fellow teachers, her neighbors named Jen, Bob, Amy, and Kylie, and the countless citizens and residents of this beautiful city and town of Kerrville. I had not yet been here, only a few times, and it's beautiful here. And the people here have been incredible. I don't know how we're putting one foot in front of the other. And the simple fact that my friend Lauren said to me, "Sansire, I feel like the last year and 1 week of healing that I have engaged in and have regrown and come back from so slowly from last year's flood just got washed away." I understand, I don't know the lay of the land here, but from what she tells me, this time last week could have been prevented. I don't know the ins and outs of what that means, but what I do know for sure is that I don't know where my friend is gonna lay her head on Sunday. I don't know who else here is in the same position, but my heart is devastated, as I know many in here are, and I just wanted the opportunity to say our story. These traumatized residents do not have safe shelter and have not had a safe place to rest and recover since actually the flood a year and a week ago. Our neighbor Jen and Lauren lives on Lowry Street. Town Creek, okay? Hers was the last house to get hit. She said she woke up at 2:30 or whatever time in the morning because the river was busting through her home. That's how she woke up. So if you would like to come and just see her name, I mean, just shake her hand and shake Jen's hand. I know Jen would appreciate that
Certainly.
from you at whenever you have the time and capacity, because you be spending a lot of time on hold these days. And I just want to say that I support you. We support your efforts to do whatever is necessary to get these residents immediate help. Somebody said tomorrow. I realize time is time. I think tomorrow is too late. We need answers, and we need whoever needs to know our stories right now. Thank you so much.
Lauren, my wife is a retired first grade teacher from Tally, and I'm sorry that you're going through this. Have you talked to the people at Kerr Together yet?
No. She went to social services this morning and they pointed her that way.
If
And that's what she's doing.
they have case managers that will do the paperwork, they'll get you through the system. And there's a shelter set up if you need a place to stay. But Lowry Street got hit twice. Yeah. That's the way I drive to work every morning.
Right by Gibson's,
Yeah. All right, thank y'all for being here.
Mr. Mayor. Luck to you too.
Who's next?
Ray Cardenas?
Ray. How are you, young lady? Young lady. Comparatively to me, young.
Yes. Ray Cardenas, Executive Director of the Doyle Community Center. Thank y'all for calling this meeting. Been a wild one. I know all of us in this room probably fully hadn't even processed and recovered from last year. And so I'm just here to not only advocate for those in the Doyle district that were impacted from Town Creek flooding, but those outside the neighborhood along North Lewis, Barnett, Lowry Street, Guadalupe Street, and everywhere else, and just ask you to please extend the disaster, I'm losing my words,
The
declaration, and just keep on taking those phone calls, advocating for this community and our neighbors to get state and government assistance, anything that we can. Like you said earlier, this one was a weird one. The creeks, streets, places that people and families have never experienced water even getting near their homes were devastated. I was getting calls 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning that I just was missing, and then I woke up at 6 to Quinlan Creek coming up, and I'm over on that side of the creek, and I just couldn't even get to my community. And I just, going amongst the neighbors, getting everybody signed up through Cur Together, doing the, I've just been referring to it as TDM, but ISTAT, I guess.
It's the thing that TDM has, so you're right.
Yes, sir.
ISTAT is also TDM.
Yeah, just getting everybody together with Light on the Hill, Cur Together, getting those started. A lot of these people have gotten them already started, taking photos, assessing the damage, signing up for any and every form and survey they can. I think I'm just here with Liz and everybody to support them and just ask, what do we do next? We have done those forms, and we have wonderful neighbors, friends, family members, Lowe's, Home Depot, McCoy coming out with disaster relief buckets, random people that we've never met before, but now we're knee deep in the debris with. Just thanking everybody and just seeing what's the next move.
I think, from my point of view, getting them signed up at Cur Together is important, because they'll have case managers that will follow you through the system.
Yes.
Right? But also having people report the damage to whatever I don't know if it's still up there anymore, but
Yeah.
that will get us, as a community, access to federal and state stuff we won't get
Yeah.
unless we can demonstrate how much damage there was.
Yeah.
And the only way, go ahead.
Also at Cur Together, there are now 2 or 3 organizations that have now arrived here for volunteer help.
Okay.
So I still go back to, that's a great place to start, whatever your need is. I saw their T-shirts come in, these organizations, that's all they're doing is, I think they were in Center Point on Monday, and they will start knocking out the addresses as they can.
Yes.
So that's something we didn't have last week, and we now do have, is a team of
A
people that
lot
can
more
help.
volunteers.
Yes, we've been seeing just all along Town Creek on both sides. We've been seeing, the Samaritan's Purse, different organizations coming out, ripping up floors, ripping up sheetrock. I think just right now, we just need help getting rid of it. There's some streets we can't even get on just because they're ripping it out and putting it on the curb, and just any additional resources to get some of that debris cleaned up, and we're going to still keep pushing Cur Together, getting people over there, getting people signed up, but whatever the next steps are, we just would like to move that
Well,
way.
You advocate for a lot of people that you represent. You can distribute information to a lot of people too.
Yes, sir.
So I know you're doing that.
Of course, yes.
And thank you for being here today,
Yeah.
of course.
Thank y'all for calling this meeting.
You bet.
No, we'll be in touch.
Yes, ma'am.
Who's next?
That's the end of the citizen speakers who signed up.
All right. We have a resolution before us. If there are no other questions of staff, I'd certainly welcome a motion.
I'll make the motion to approve resolution number 31-2026.
Second?
Motion's been made, seconded by Kent McKinney. Any discussion? All in favor, so vote. And it's extended indefinitely. Thank you very much. There's no need to go into an executive session. And so, at 3:30, this meeting is adjourned. Thank you all for being here today.